Numbers chapter 12. Numbers chapter 12, look in verse 6. This is where the Lord was talking to Miriam and Aaron. And he said, "Hear my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak to him in a dream." Now, there where it says that he spoke to the prophets, and here he's telling me how he spoke to them, through visions and through dreams. Look at Genesis chapter 15. I'm just trying to show you how that the Lord used men to talk to the public, so to speak. Genesis chapter 15, look at verse 1. That's where it's talking about the covenant with Abraham. He said, "After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abraham in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abraham, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward." So here again, he used a vision for Abraham. And then in Job 33, when you start referencing these, it'll jump you all through the Bible, and sometimes it don't sound like that it's pertaining to what you're reading, but you have to understand what you're reading about. In Job, Job chapter 33, verses 14. 33, verse 14. It said, "For God spake once, yea twice, yet man perceived it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed." Again, there it's just showing how he spoke to these prophets in the old days. Acts chapter 10, verse 11. Acts chapter 10, verse 11. Let's see. This is where Peter, God let that sheet down in front of Peter. In verse 11 it said, "I saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners, and let down to the earth." Look at verse 17. "And while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiries for Simon's house, and stood before the gate." Here again, God used a vision for Peter, but Peter didn't understand what it meant. But about 12 years later, he did. He come to Paul's defense, and then he realized that what God had cleansed back here, let no man call common or unclean. In other words, if God saved your soul, then you're cleansed. And that's what he was trying to teach Peter, and he was getting Peter prepared for 12 years down the road when he would come to Paul's defense.
Right.
I believe that's the right way it went.
Roger, do you think God uses visions and dreams today?
Pardon me?
You think that God uses visions and dreams today to get?
I believe God uses his word,
Yeah.
but I do believe that he will speak to you.
Yeah.
Not verbally like we are,
Yeah.
but when he speaks to you and you don't heed, then he will chasten you.
That's exactly right.
He'll put a burden on you somehow, or he'll bring it to your attention what he's trying to do to correct you if you're making a mistake. And you know, I believe that if you're led by the Spirit of God, that you'll obey, that you'll not be doing things that you shouldn't be doing. And if you do, even though you're going to make mistakes because we're in this flesh,
Oh, yeah.
but the soul won't sin. But this flesh, it's give us trouble all the time.
Yeah, it does.
There was a guy asked me one time and said, "Do you believe that God's in every marriage?" And I told him, I said, "No, I don't. Because this eye is the light of the body. Sometimes these eyes gets us in trouble.
Yeah.
Your eyes, your hands won't leave alone what your eyes is looking at." So I don't believe that God's in every marriage, because I believe if God joins a person together, they'll stay together. That comes back to, I was listening to a preacher this morning, was preaching on that very subject. And he said that in some cases, there's love at first sight. And he said, and a lot of times, it'll fall apart. But he said, if you get to know a person that you're dating or seeing or whatever, that the more you know about that person, the more you will understand, and the more you'll come to love them.
Yeah.
And I believe if God's in it, that He will bring you together, that you'll stay together. Regardless, don't misunderstand it. It's not going to be no bed of roses, because you have to work at it.
Yeah, right.
It's not for your salvation, but for your marriage.
Yeah.